Hello guys, this is Dr. Sheila. I'm making a very different type of video today. This is for a group that I am a member of that is called the Oklahoma City Chorus, or Sweet Adelines. We are in a competition at the end of this year, the end of October, the beginning of November, where we are going to dress up as whalers on a whaling ship. And it is set in the 1700s. So we need to dress as whalers in the 1700s. And the whalers didn't have great looking clothing. They worked very hard. So their clothing was very distressed looking. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to take these boots and I am going to distress them. Now I'm also going to distress a leather belt that I'm going to be wearing. I've already distressed a shirt that I'm going to wear, and I'll show that to you in a moment. And I will talk to you about the colors that I use and why I use them and how I do this. I will show you around my little art room here in just a moment. This is the art room I have at my house. I have all the needed things. My coffee. I have an apron that I am going to put over my clothing because no matter how hard I try, I always get some paint on myself. I have these colors, and I use just a washable Child's color. It doesn't matter what brand. When I distress, I use the washable just because these are nice boots, and maybe you can wash the color off and wear them again. Maybe not, I don't know, because I've not done this before. This is the first time for me. Now, this shirt I have already distressed, and I'm going to distress it a little bit more. You can see right here. Now these whalers, after they caught the whale, would take it back to port and they would process it. So they would have blood stains on their clothing. So I made sure that we had on my shirt what looked like blood stains. Me being a doctor, I know what that looks like. And they wouldn't know how to get that out. So I have distressed this. I'll do a little bit more. I'm going to make it look a little bit more worn. And the back of it is going to look just as distressed as the front. You have to remember that. I will show you guys how to do that as well. Now, you may not need to do that ever, but this is mostly for the chorus, but it's pretty interesting. You may be in a group where you are on stage and you may need to do this, or you may have a bag that you want to distress a bit, one that you carry your laptop in. You may not want it to look brand new. You may want to give it a little character. These are some of the paintings that we do. My grandkids and I sit around this table and we paint all kinds of pictures. I have put some of them on the walls, and I have boxes of paintings that they have painted and some that I have painted. And it makes for wonderful memories and great bonding times with the wonderful grandchildren that I have. Well, I have 7, and I am just so blessed. right, here we go. I'm ready. I have my boot ready. I have my trusty apron on. I have my coffee. Very, very important. And I have my plastic ray gun, just in case. All right, we want to get the shine off this and get it nice and rough looking. So I'm going to start I do this all with my hands just because I like to get my hands dirty. Just smear this all over it. And don't worry about getting it on the sole and on the heel, because you're going to make this heel look like it has dirt on it. So I will be adding some darker brown, probably a little bit of black on it, irregular. Doesn't matter what it looks like because it's worn. Now I'll wash these colors off where I'm getting them on the different paints later. Okay, yellow, because it is worn. Doesn't look like much right now, does it? But it gets scuffed. So you want to be sure you get some around the toe and the sides, just the dominant areas where it would generally get scuffed. It still doesn't look like much, does it? It doesn't really matter what colors you use. A little blue for darkening here and there, because you're going to mix it together. Mixing together if you ever did that when you were in grade school, which that's what my 4-year-old does now. We start out making just these beautiful flowers, and then he takes it all and mixes it all together so it's all gray. Okay, it's already starting to look distressed. It's made the shiny go away. That's what we want. See how the blue is just making it look old. Okay. And when it's distressed, it's not just one color. It's everything that poor boot has come in contact, or that poor shirt has come in contact. So you don't want just one color. It's everything you stepped in, everything that dropped on it. See how simple it is? Noises you're hearing in the background is part of my dog pack. Very distressed right there. Little whale blood here, because when those whalers came back to port, they processed those whales. I guarantee you they got whale blood all over themselves and blood stains. Very hard to get out, and I bet they didn't have hydrogen peroxide to get that whale blood out of things. So a bit of red on there. I absolutely want red on their clothing. This red will stain the clothing darker. Now on this, it's so slippery, I can't get that off. So always on your art table, you have to have paper towels. White. With that last bit of wear and tear. And just rub it over. It's gonna hit. I'm gonna scuff with the white. See that heel? I'm gonna make that a little more scuffed with a bit more white here. Now you want it really pronounced, so that's going to show up in the audience. And once again, I like the washable, so it does come off my hands. It's going to be a bit more scuffed around the edges. That's my dog. And I like that heel, how it looks nice and scuffed. Nice and scuffed there. It's going to be scuffed across here. Okay, here's the other one. Now that will dry. It's not as shiny. And if it doesn't, I'll put Need a little more changing color here. Well, I knocked my red over, so guess what? I'm gonna put a lot more red on this. You can always change it up. You can add more. Definitely change it up. And when it dries, if you don't like it, just change it up. I like using my hands on it because that really gives me a chance to get in there. And do just whatever I want to with it. Okay, that's a better contrast. Light shining on it quite a bit from my window, so I don't really know that you could see. But that is basically how you distress. There you go. Now you can use sandpaper, you can use whatever you would like to. You can use a file, you can get in there and really tear that leather up if you want to. That's a lot of work. I'd prefer to just use paint, but that's because I'm very familiar with paint. And so that is how you do that. I'm only going to do one in this video. Now the shirt, I'm going to do a little bit more to show you how we do that. Basically the same thing. I'm just going to add a little bit more to it. And since I spilled some red, I'm just going to use the red. Get some on my hands. And just like this. Just go through it. Put some more whale blood on it. Once again, you want enough that you can see it in the audience. Get it on those sleeves. Get it on the back. Very easy, just like this. This guy really gets in there and gets blood on him. He really gets in there and works hard. See that? Now, what I did want to do with my shirt is show that it is fraying, that it is old. So I was going to mix a little white and yellow around the collar. then around the ends of it, just to show that it's getting old, that it's wearing out a bit. Do not have to be perfect. You don't want to be perfect, or it absolutely is not going to appear that it is anywhere near real. And then on the sleeves, our sleeves wear out. We have so much fun in choir. I've learned more about music than I've learned in my entire life. I've sang in choirs in church. I've sang in choirs in school and really, really enjoyed it. What are you doing, doggies? And I have learned so much in the Oklahoma Chorus, Sweet Adelines. And if you would like to come see what we do, or maybe join us, come visit us. Look us up on the internet, Oklahoma City Chorus. Come visit us, see if it's something that you might be interested in. Also, we would love to have you sponsor us if you are so inclined. We always are looking for donations as we do compete. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we are going to compete at the end of October, and that does take funds. We would appreciate any support that we can get, absolutely. If you are so inclined, that would be absolutely wonderful. Or come out and see one of our performances, hire us. We do have smaller groups who perform on different holidays. And we are also performing October 1st in Oklahoma City. So go to our website and look us up, see what we're doing. And come see us, see what we do. All right, so this has added a bit more to it. So that should stand out a little bit better instead of being just completely dark. All right, that's better, that's better. All right, so this belt, I will be doing the same thing too. It is exactly the same thing as I would do with the boots. Exactly the same thing. So I will have this over this shirt, but it is exactly the same thing as I would do with the boots, as I would use it's a nice piece of leather. Almost hate to do this, but I will do it on both sides. I don't know what I would ever use it for, but leather is such a beautiful thing. Do a little contrasting color. Do some red. This will be very easy. This is just a straight shot down both sides. And just rubbing it in. Very easy, very, very easy. So for any of you members who are watching this, if you still are having problems, certainly bring whatever you're having problems with to chorus, to practice, and I will be glad to help you. Just bring a large, like the large black garbage bags to put your boots or your clothes on, so paint doesn't get on anything at all. Also bring a smaller bag to put your garments in afterwards because they will have paint on them, and then you put them up to dry. And bring washable paint, several different colors like I've used here. And I will be glad to help anyone who needs it. But you see, it is quite simple, and it's really pretty fun. And you get to get your hands really dirty. You just load it up. Well, a little dark brown on this too. A little bit more here and there. And then I will let this dry. I'll let all of these dry and then see what they look like. Oh yeah, this side looks good. It's okay. It's okay. I also have an electrician here today, going in and out. Guys, he's already been in and out several times. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Good guard dogs. All right, need wear and tear on this. I may come back later and get some wear and tear on the edges. Jojo, good girl, good girl. Okay, good girl, yeah. Okay, there we go. So, using this to wipe my hands with, just to stress it a little bit more. All right, excellent. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. Definitely, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, and absolutely subscribe to this channel. Also, if you enjoyed it, and look at some of the little animal videos. I have some wonderful little animals that I'm sure you will enjoy. And once again, come join us at Oklahoma City Chorus. If you are so inclined, it is a wonderful group of about 70 women. We are friends. We meet every Tuesday night, and it is a great group to be a part of. And we do compete, and it is an a cappella group. It is heavenly music. It is so beautiful. You won't believe the sound. We sound like angels singing. I don't have a great voice, but I love to sing. And you don't have to have a great voice. I found out, thank goodness, or I couldn't be a part of this. It's a barbershop type singing, which is a cappella, not Acapulco. It's a cappella. And it is so beautiful. It sounds heavenly. And it is such joy to be part of this group. And I think you would absolutely enjoy it. So we always welcome new members to our group. So absolutely join us if you would like to. And if you would like more information on that, just leave a comment and I'll get the information to you. This is Dr. Sheila, if I can get this around here. That was fun. That was fun. And I will talk to you later. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.